Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television, GPTV. I'm Brett. In my hands is one of this week's new releases. It's X-Men, Uncanny X-Men, actually, Volume 1. Wolverine and Cyclops is the latest volume of the X-Men. Kind of interesting is that it's a Volume 1, but it's issues number 11 through 16 by Matthew Rosenberg. Salvador Larroca is the artist. Rachelle Rosenberg is the colorist, and Guru-eFX is also colorist. There's also some short stories about Wolverine Returns by John McCrea as the artist, colorist Mike Spencer, and then the last blindfold story, Juanan Ramirez, is the artist, colorist is Rachelle Rosenberg, Larroca Joe Caramanga. Magna. So this is an interesting volume. So here's what I really like about it. I actually have been enjoying Rosenberg's run on Uncanny X-Men. I know there's been some controversy. Some people don't like it as much. I dig it for some various reasons. One, it really reminds me of this mishmash, kind of a cool mix of a lot of the past runs of X-Men. This is a team. Now the world thinks the X-Men are dead. They've got all shuffled off into the age of X-Men. There's very few mutants left. We've seen that before. We've seen, a world where there's not a lot of mutants in general. So that's been done. The world thinks the X-Men are dead. We've seen that happen before. The X-Men become outlaws and go underground. We've seen that before. But Rosenberg's kind of put it all together in a really interesting story that, serves as a bridge between the Extermination storyline and Age of X-Men storyline to what's going to be coming with the House of X and Powers of X down the road in July. So this is going to be very interesting to see how this wraps up and where all this goes. And this is a run that you really need to read the whole thing. It's up to, I think, about issue 19 or 20 at this point. And the latest reveals, not in this volume, but would be the next volume, really bring everything together and makes you appreciate what Rosenberg's been doing throughout the entire time. Things seem slightly off. There's all reasons for that. The storyline is the X-Men's dead. Cyclops is back from the dead, though. Wolverine is back from the dead, and they hook up as an X-Men team to go take on the world and make it safe. It means a list of villains and basically a to-do list of threats out there that need to be taken care of. So Cyclops puts together a team of what he can of various heroes, of various X-Men mutants, and the result's really, really interesting. I don't want to really go into the details of who's on the team, but of course you got Wolverine and Cyclops butting heads. It's not too shocking. Havoc's on the team, which is great to see him and Cyclops interacting, and a lot of the other choices I think are really, really fascinating. I think it's a solid X-Men team. I really wish this team kind of stuck around a while, and I dig the attitude of being a bit more proactive. It's an interesting mix from the militant version of Cyclops and then the kind of the Boy Scout version of Cyclops. This one's kind of in between, which is fascinating. As I said, this volume really feels like a mishmash of a lot of different runs, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. As a longtime reader, I'm enjoying that. I'm really, really enjoying that. And then the bigger overarching story, I think, is pretty awesome. The art is great. There's some really good art there. Show all this off. And the art, it feels like it matches kind of the attitude of the series. Show off that nice spread there. This is going to be a very, I think, overall kind of a controversial run, time period of the X-Men as a whole. I've been enjoying it. I think things were a little stale beforehand. Things got mixed up a little bit recently, and I'm enjoying that aspect of it. And definitely this Uncanny X-Men run. Kind of sad to see that this is a fairly truncated run, but it's been a cool run. Rosenberg is thrown back and gone to storylines that haven't really been touched upon and resolved. For instance, the mutant cure that was brought up, I don't even know how long ago. That's a pretty key thing in this storyline. So I like it. It's a good story. It's good art. It really kind of dives back into some of the stuff that was touched upon that hasn't gone anywhere. It really feels like an end cap of kind of the recent runs of X-Men and will be an interesting bridge as to what's to come. As far as extras, we got a bunch of variants in the back and, of course, main covers. But yeah, if you're an X-Men fan, check it out. It's not necessarily a great place to start, but I like it. I really have been enjoying this run. So Yeah, and out in shops now. Will be out in bookstores in a while, but go support your comic shop first and foremost. We got a link beneath this video. You put in your zip code, tell if a shop's near you. No shop, no problem. We got some affiliate links. There are affiliate links, so we get a small percentage of that. By doing that, you help support our site, though. So thank you. Speaking of support, we want to thank Marvel for hooking us up with the review copy. We always appreciate it, and thank you for watching. Now, if you're into Marvel, if you're into X-Men, comics in general, check us out every single day at graphicpolicy.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr. All at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. So until next time, keep reading those comics, and keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.